race 2 is up and the gate is down as they fire into turn number 1. Who's going to grab the Stasic hole shot out of the middle? It looked like perhaps a Husqvarna into the first turn. Maybe not, actually. Around the outside, we have a move already into the race lead. And it was Canyon Richards who grabbed the hole shot. But the 37 ride, I think that is going to take over the race lead momentarily. Richards is trying to fight him back as they go into the Cometic corner. The 37 ride, that is Logan Mortberg, who is in the lead out of turn 2, but it is going to be Canyon Richards taking it back over into the Commandments.
Richard taking the inside into the 10 Commandments, and that is going to do it for him. He is your new race leader here in this Super Mini 1. Super Mini 2, 13-16, I should say.
Moto Gordon about the number 4 spot. See what Canyon Richards can do. I don't know that I've seen him lead if any mini laps here at Loretta Lynn's. I think he might have a championship though, right? Jason Watkins, does Canyon Richards? He does. Does Canyon Richards have a title? I don't think so. There you go. Could have used it, but it's his real time. Can't do it.
No, we can't look it up. You can't look it up.
Not happening. Opening up right now is the lead by Canyon Richards, the number 16.
Yeah, he's got the 19 of Deacon Deno right there behind him. And Deno,
he's a heavy hitter for sure.
Oh, absolutely. He won, I believe, our last moto of the day yesterday. One of the last motos of the day, so he's a little bit more used to these conditions already, and he is going after Canyon Richards for the lead. It might not be long before he can shoot into it.
Landon Gordon doing the same thing. He's going to be side by side and pop into view here. Get it back down on the ground. Look at that. Just put the power down. That gets past. Hopefully it looks like he's trying to get past the number 53. He might have done it.
Yeah, I think that might actually be the 83 of Nicholas Stefancic.
Stefancic, that is correct.
And Deno up the inside in the last turn, I think just got around Richards for the lead. No, Richards fighting back on the outside holds it. So it's Canyon Richards from Deacon Deno. And then we got that 37 ride of Logan Mortberg still in the 3 spot, just ahead of the 83 who held on ahead of Landon Gordon. So Nicholas Stefancic still inside that 4th place position.
Deno trying something on the inside. Gordon trying it as well. That is the world's deepest rut coming out of that left-hander. That is something else. Deno on the all-white bike. It's before Labor Day, so he can do it. It's not out of fashion just yet to go all white.
I feel like Deacon Deno can already feel some of that pressure coming up from Landon Gordon. He's going to go to the outside, try to use the inside into the Cometic U-turn here before
He'll
the
do it.
Commandments.
That'll do it right there.
Oh, Richards is fighting back, though.
Right back.
He's not done. Side by side through the Commandments. Who gets the better run at the end? It looks like Deno will just close it off into the corner.
Gordon has nailed down that number 3 pass. He wants to get up and play. And look at that. They're going to challenge right back again. Another almost pass made by Richards. He knows you got to go right back at the guy before he gets comfortable and just takes off.
Yeah, but Deno the same way. He shut the door. He did not want to let Richards back into that position because he knows how important the lead of this one early on is as well. And if you're Deno as well, you can kind of maybe try to use Richards as a little bit of a block for our Moto 1 winner, Landon Gordon. He still has to get around Canyon Richards to even get to Deno.
In the number 8 spot, it is Seth Dennis, so he's got a little bit of work to do.
Yeah, Dennis hasn't really helped himself out too much this week. He was strong in his first moto this week at the ranch, but a few crashes and then not a good start this one.
Yeah, you get caught up in just one little bobble of somebody in front of you, and it'll just shut your whole flow early in that moto for sure. Then you got to really hustle. Deacon Deno is hustling. He is dragging Canyon Richards right along with him. And Landon Gordon is wanting to get up there in the mix as well.
Ooh, wow, Gordon skying that one out into the sand there.
Almost flat-wheeled it.
Stefancic in the 5th spot is trying to get around Mortberg. Mortberg held it off and will stay in 4th. Maybe not. Stefancic down the inside in the last corner, but Mortberg doubles out and hangs on. So Deno still has Richards right on him as they jump over the tunnel jump. Landon Gordon kind of by himself in 3rd now, and this battle for the lead is...
Dude, that jump does not get enough credit. The 2 jumps after the finish line, those are extremely technical jumps. They're just chewed up, and you land in a slot car of lines, man. Those guys that are jumping that double, that's impressive.
Especially on these machines, right? They're dragging foot peg,
everything.
They're dragging their knees off that jump sometimes with how deep those ruts get.
High degree of difficulty. The jump after the finish line and then the tunnel jump. Those things are super gnarly right now. There's Deno going into the 10 Commandments, having a look at that gnarly racetrack. There it is. Looks like we ran a fork right through that whole straightaway there. As we pick back up with our front runners already heading through, you can see them at the top of your screen. That's Deno, Richards, Gordon, and Mortberg onto the right-hand side of your screen now. Love the overhead shots, man. Really shows how this track is just criminal and how abusive it is. I call defects, man. The thing's beating some kids up, man.
Oh, man.
Look at that, dragging his feet, landing Gordon. So you see him kind of migrating now to the outside. There's deep ruts on the inside, and they kind of work their way like a harmonica. The pitch gets higher and higher as you work your way to the outside.
Yeah, using the momentum, trying to keep it going. You see the outside line working right there for Deno.
Yeah.
Pretty much all these kids out on Storyland using that outside.
That one had a little hook in it. Gordon there. There is Mortberg on the 37 machine. Into the sand we go. Look at that. Different lines all together there. Nice
Gordon,
tight shot.
He is on Canyon Richards. So Richards has started to lose touch a little bit of our race leader, Deacon Deno. And instead we'll feel the pressure with number 3 Kawasaki of Landon Gordon.
Yeah, Landon Gordon needs to choose some different lines. He's G'd out a few times in these turns. Here I am telling him how to ride a dirt bike. I'm just telling you what I see. He's much faster, but I've just seen him kind of almost come to a stop where all the other guys are kind of going wide and carrying some momentum. It's got to be tiring, too, just having to fight the bike and push it back. Check 1, 2. Check.
All right, so there is Landon Gordon on our screen, still giving chase to Canyon Richards as they go by the Wall of Fame and through the mechanics area. Boy, oh boy, that inside rut. You're absolutely right, Kevin Kelly. It is.
That is the deepest rut on this racetrack. Super deep. Landon Gordon continues to just fight, and he loses a little bit of time and then is able to reel in the number 16 of Canyon Richards. But this might be Richards, one of his best motos. You see those guys, they're almost out of balance on the left, and they just give it the gas, and the physics of the motorcycle is the only thing that keeps them up. Oh, my goodness. That gives me anxiety, those ruts like that, jumping and landing in them.
Yeah, I don't know how they even pick which one is a good one. They just kind of like lay
speed,
something and figure it out.
Here we go. Yeah, that looked pretty good for him. Look how deep that rut is.
Oh. Unbelievable.
And it's tiring to have to lift their feet up literally higher than normal just to clear the ruts. And there goes Gordon again on that ginormous inside rut.
One other thing that is underrated that sometimes you hear pros.
Oh, and Landon Gordon finally, the physics caught up with him. Couldn't gas it out on that one. Let's see if Mortberg can slip by, and he does.
Yeah. You can see Gordon, he paddled that foot once, and then once it's behind you, you can't paddle again. You're going to the ground.
So Mortenberg, there is Landon Gordon. Just behind them is Seth Dennis, so he's creeping. The number 93 of Seth Dennis, about 4 seconds back of Mortenberg. And the green Kawasaki looks great amongst the foliage of the trees here. Here comes Deacon Deno right beside us here in the announcer's tower. What's up, Deacon? And then in the number 2 spot, that'll still be Canyon Richards, and we're watching that battle on screen, Mortenberg and Landon Gordon.
Yeah, Gordon trying to close it back down. What I was about to say, though, is that, even going from sitting up to standing and back to sitting, that movement of getting your legs and using your legs to do that motion repeatedly.
They're just doing a million squats.
Yeah.
Literally, that's all. I tell someone, man, motocross is easy. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 30-pound weights, and then I want you to just kind of get in about a half squat for 25 minutes, and then I'm going to fight your arms, and we'll just see how you feel.
And then bounce up and down and keep doing that.
Yeah, it's silly, man. It's exhausting. These kids are in great shape. Yeah, that's the line there. Don't mess with that inside stuff. Let's see where Gordon goes here. The world's deepest rut, though, go underground. Hopefully, a little bit of a bobble there, and that'll be enough for the pass there. Mortenberg went underground, went spelunking there, and that turn came back up.
Well, Mortberg looked like he was trying not to go in the biggest rut and went further inside of that and then got hung up. So,
and I'm sure you want to go in protect mode. Like if you're up front, you want to protect the inside line, but man, that just may not be the case when the track is that rutty.
Well, he also might have heard or seen Landon Gordon taking that inside line a few laps before, right?
Sure.
Thought, oh, okay, I'll go there. And then suddenly you're stuck paddling your way through just like Gordon was.
Had to change the jetting on his bike due to the altitude drop going in that hole.
Yeah.
All right, Gordon going to try. Oh, there goes Gordon again.
No.
Mortenberg will slip past him yet again.
And watch out now because Landon Gordon's off in all that sloppy stuff.
Right behind him, there is Seth Dennis. You're right. He's lucky he didn't get stuck. He is really struggling with these ruts. Got to get it back together here. Sure, it feels like just the most panic feeling there if you're Landon Gordon.
Especially when you see someone like Dennis go by you who's in the mix for this championship. I mean, Mortberg also had a really solid first moto. But, Seth Dennis, I think, was 4th in this first one.
Boy, Dennis has really had to work for this one. I feel like I've said that about 55 times. Somebody's doing a drinking game back there like, oh my God, not again. Same thing, man. There it is. Mortenberg. Whoa, Seth Dennis almost went the reverse of how you would normally crash. That was interesting. And Landon Gordon just still likes to fight. He is in this thing.
Yeah, might use that outside momentum to his advantage. Not quite alongside just yet. And Seth Dennis finally scrubs it down and keeps the power ahead. It's a tale of two motos right now. Landon Gordon, he started near the front, almost got to the front, and has crashed his way back there. Mortenberg almost goes down. And
who's going to let up? Who's chops the throttle here? Wow, he almost goes 2 for 1.
He might actually get it done. Yeah. Mortenberg's trying to double back around the outside and hold the spot.
This is sketchy. This jump right here, and then into this stuff, slotted out, up and over the step up, and Gordon finally able to make that. That was impressive. All right, who goes inside here? Like, heck with that, man. I've seen everybody crashing that thing. Now they're doing it.
They went there, but they're on that further
far
inside. Right?
Seth Dennis does it too.
Seth Dennis kind of cross-rutted coming out of it. And who's that? They still got Timbo. Yeah, Timbo closing up behind. He was third in that first moto on the 43. So he's come from a little ways back, just like Seth Dennis, and might have a shot at getting into this battle before long.
What a fun moto here. Landon Gordon, he's pretty much raced every single person on this racetrack. At some point, he has battled with you. There he goes into the 10 Commandments. He's on the far right-hand side on the green Kawasaki. Landon Gordon. Mortenberg, Seth Dennis, Jason Wygant hopping into lunch 3. He's still got the lunches from 22 frozen, and that's what he sends his kids to school with.
He's going to take that whole box home, and that'll be next week's lunch at the schoolyard.
He'll freeze them. He's got 22.
How about that McDonald's Bill Savino gave to us during the rain delay? You think it's still good?
100%. Absolutely.
Yeah, shout out to Bill Savino feeding us and
there's Deacon Deno coming on screen. And let's take a look. Only about 4 seconds back should be Canyon Richards on the 16. Maybe a little bit further. Now there's Canyon. He has had a very solid moto, so good for Canyon Richards.
Yeah, stayed right there. So this is going to be actually kind of a bit of a split in the moto scores because Richards was second in the first moto. He's going to go second again, at least at the moment. And Deacon Deno, I think, was fifth in our first moto. So he turned it around, and he's going to win this moto. Perhaps white flag is waving. And we're going to have a little bit of a flip of the script going into this last one.
Seth Dennis is going to lay it out there, though. He has come from a good ways back. He wants to catch Landon Gordon. Gordon caught him in a 2-for-1 pass about a lap ago. And Seth Dennis trying to follow him around as they head into the finish line section. Dennis on the 93 KTM, Gordon on that green number 3 Kawasaki.
And if they start battling each other, you got Mortenberg and Timbo still behind them saying, all right, yeah.
And that's a battle in itself. Mortenberg and Timbo, 2 bike lengths separating them for, I believe, 5th.
So Deacon Deno taking us into the Commandments on the final lap. You got a peak of Landon Richards there, or Canyon Richards, I should say, in the background. So he's still about, looks like 7 seconds down. Deacon Deno has pulled this thing out to a margin where you could say he could cruise it in, but you can't really cruise on this track right now.
You fall over and it's over. I think if you slow your rhythm down, everything goes out of whack, and just kind of go a good, safe, easy pace and finish this thing out. The number 3 of Gordon jumps into the 10 Commandments. Seth is going all in. He's going to try to bring some speed, hit that double. I thought he might try to triple that. But looking good right now. This dude has led a good majority of this. Deacon Deno on that Husqvarna.
Deacon Deno is going to be riding for the Monster Army, Renan 100% in Lynx Racing, getting it done here today for the Texas native.
Just peeked out and saw that Cole Timbo just got around Mortberg, so Timbo now into the top 5 on the last lap of this race. Right now, it is all Deacon Deno.
Good.
Okay, it's all Deacon Deno out front as he brings us into the final 2 corners of this race. And he's going to see the checkered flag as long as he makes it through our Thor Sand corner and the final turn here in Supermini 2, 13-16, Moto 2.
All right, and just a couple more corners to go for the number 19 of Deacon Deno.
Yeah, here it is. Final turn coming out. That white flag will go to the checkered. And Deacon Deno takes Moto 2 here of Supermini 2, and he is fired up. Fist was raised, and he's pumping it up with people giving a shout out as he rolls by the fence line. So we'll wait for Richards. Looks like he will cross the line all right in the 2 spot. And then Landon, Gordon, Seth Dennis Logan Mortberg trying to bring it home. Well, we saw Timbo got around Mortberg. Let's see if it stays that way.
So where is Richards? Landon Gordon now checking in second. Seth Dennis now checking in for third there on the number 93. Has something happened to Canyon Richards?
You know, I don't see the yellow flags out anywhere.
I see a lot of smoke over there
Hey guys,
in the waterworks.
I'm going to jump in down here from the track. I did see smoke coming out of the back of the number 16 as he took the white flag.
And already having some bike problems this week. I got told that he had blew up a bike. He is in the contention right now for the Supermini Championship in GNCC, so tough break for him here at Loretta Lynn's.
Oh, man. Yeah, nobody.
All the way.
Canyon Richards did not finish up second in this moto. He continues to fall down the order. It looks like it was Landon Gordon second, Seth Dennis, Cole Timbo, Logan Mortberg, Carson Milliken, Grant McDonald, Braden Johnson, Nathan Hummel, and Jet Kellogg rounding out our top 10 as Richards, oh man, continues to fall down the order. We don't see him out here from the tower on the track anywhere, so unfortunate end of the moto there for the number 16 machine.
Yeah, what a tough break there, Kellen. I cannot believe that for him. Second time this week he's had bike problems. But shout out to Canyon Richards there on that number 16. Been getting it done all week long. The speed is definitely there. Just got to get that bike to the end.
Absolutely. All right, well, Deacon Deno takes the win in this one, and he is headed down to the podium where he will talk with our Zach Herron.
Yeah, thanks, guys. We're standing by here on the podium, waiting on your winner, the number 19 of Deacon Deno, getting the job done. And look at that. Man's in shape. That's a quick recovery right there. He's ready to get a gold medal. And you guys need to make some noise. Put it together for Deacon Deno, grabbing the second moto win here. Big smile on the face. That's what it's all about. Little knuckle tap there. There you go. Flex the bottle. Get the shots. And then we got to get the interview here, man. We got to get the scoop. Man, crazy. We saw the rain. We saw what the track looked like. Did you think it would race like this? Did you think it would be this good?
Yeah, considering yesterday, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, man, well, we threw everything we had at you, man. It doesn't seem to work. So you're officially fast. You got the gold to prove it. How are you feeling coming into this third moto?
I went fifth in the first Moto 1, so I'm going to have to win again if I want the championship. So, yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, I was about to say, confident looks there. It looks like you got the speed. Fitness is there as well. Who do you want to thank? Who's taking you all the way to this third race for the championship?
My mom, my dad, the man up above keep me safe, Gavin Graysick, my trainer, FCP, Pro Taper Monster, Renan Bell, Asterix, HB Moto Co., Factory Connection, Pro Taper, and HB Moto Co., Rangeline, and everybody else. Thank you.
There you go. That is your winner, Deacon Deno, getting the job done. A fifth in Moto 1, backs it up with a first here in Moto 2. It's wide open for this championship here in the Super Mini class. And man, this is going to be exciting. We're already getting hyped up for third motos here, but we still got a couple of medals to give away, including a silver here that's going to be going to Landon Gordon. He's getting a sip of water, debriefing there. He was on a charge, launching that jump in the center of the track, doing whatever it took to get towards the front. So they're going to give Gordon just a second, catch his breath, and then we will call your silver medalist up to the podium. And looking, while we wait on Gordon, I'm looking to see whether or not I see the 16 at all. Canyon Richards does have a Stasic Holeshot Award waiting on him. And man, he had such a good race going along with it. We'll see whether Canyon's able to come get that, try to figure out exactly what happened at the end of the race. But right now, headed to the podium on the Kawasaki, put your hands together. Landon Gordon grabbing a silver medal. All right, put your hands together for Landon Gordon, grabbing a second in that Super Mini Moto. And it was hard-fought battle out there. He was absolutely sending it. Man, we saw you skying the big jump out in the middle. You were doing anything you could to get towards the front.
Yeah, I was riding really bad. I don't know, maybe my balance was off, but I gotta fix it coming into this third moto.
It sounds like you know what you got to do. You know you're still in this title fight. Who do you want to thank coming into the third moto?
I'd like to thank Lord, keep me safe, my whole family, Team Green Kawasaki, Pro Circuit, Monster, Dunlop, Alpine Star, 100%, Throttle Syndicate, Maxima, Jacob Hayes, Gray Albertson for packing my gate. It was sick. And Yeah, just need to figure it out.
Hey, man, I'm sure you'll get it figured out indeed. Landon Gordon, one more time, grabbing a silver medal here in Moto number 2. And man, I'm telling you what, these kids, these are top-level athletes. Grabbing a second, first thing he says, yep, got to fix it. Got to work on some things. I'm already taking notes. These guys are as serious as it gets. Come on, man, we're waiting on you. You're good to go. Put your hands together. Your bronze medal recipient, taking his time getting up here, making sure he doesn't slip. It's been slippery all over the place. One more time, put your hands together for Mr. Seth Dennis. Seth, man, let's talk about it. We've seen you had the speed early this week. We talked to you a couple of times. Man, then we threw the mud at you. We dropped the rain. Didn't seem to slow you down any. How you feeling?
Yeah, I was feeling good. I just didn't get the start that I wanted. Spun a little bit. It's pretty slick behind the gate, so I just tried to keep my head down, push as hard as I could. Salvage third. It's pretty good.
Yeah, managed the race well indeed. Talk about how hard it is. Obviously, you don't want to follow, but if you get too far off of that main line, you're going to end up in the slop, right?
Yeah, it's really hard when you come up on lappers and they're trying to use the main line, and it's really slick out there. The back end likes to kick all around, and I was fortunate enough. A couple people went down, and I just took the alternate lines. Good thing it was a good one.
Yeah, man, I was about to say you got lucky, but sometimes you'd rather be lucky than good. You're making sure you're not following the rider in front of you, and it's paying off. Who do you want to thank getting on the podium once again?
I like that my mom, my dad, my sister, Kyle from Moto Sandbox, KTM Orange Brigade, Dunlop, Power Band, Scott, Twisted, Thrill Seekers, FCP, everybody else who supports me. Thank you.
One more time, Seth Dennis rounding out your podium here in the Super Mini class. What a race it was. And I am not seeing Canyon Richards to come claim his Stasic Hole Shot Award. I'll try to find him and let you guys know if I do, but for right now, I'm going to send it back up to you in the tower.